Hey, welcome back. So, today is January 25th, and it's actually like midday almost, or like late morning kind of, so it's kind of, strange time for me to play on this guy especially, but it's a weekend, and I got a bit, my wife's working this weekend. I was in work this morning for a couple hours, got some free time, this afternoon, so I'm gonna try to get a group together for Gnomeregan, is what I'm hoping we can do. We've got a 29 hunter, I'm a 35 shaman, obviously. I can tank or heal. I prefer to tank, it's more fun. And we're just kind of spamming looking for group, guild chats, general chat, etc. But while we're here in Orgrimmar, it's the Lunar Festival now, so we can talk to Lunar Festival Harbinger in the Valley of Wisdom in Orgrimmar. And other cities as well, yes. So let's go, Valley of Wisdom, we're over here. Let's go do that. I gotta whisper, let's see what's going on. Style quite a lot. Someone that watches my YouTube videos commented that they, or whispered to me, said that my videos are useful for listening to. You can actually, because I tend to describe things quite a bit, like what I'm doing and where I'm going, apparently it can be very podcast style in a way. You don't have to watch the video to understand what I'm doing most of the time. And I've gotten a lot of comments on that, and it's not intentional. Like I never set out to make these videos to be something you could listen to without watching on purpose. But I guess it's just my sort of came naturally to me to do that. So, yeah, let's invite. How do I invite? How do you invite anyone with special characters? Right click invite's the only way I know how. Who is this? A 32 mage. Hey there. We need one more DPS, and I can tank or heal, so we need one or the other. Looking for 2 more Gnomeregan. Alright, let's see if we can get this group together. So we're talking to the Lunar Festival lady over here, the Harbinger. I'm going to join in the festivities. Let's start with a little timer over here too. Launch 8 lunar fireworks and 2 cluster fireworks and return to a Lunar Festival Harbinger in any capital city. Okay, I think we get those from here, right? Let me, we need 2 of these clusters. Let me double check that. 2 clusters and 8 regular. So, Moonglow. Let's buy 8 of these. Okay. And then so let's do this. And then, here we go. It's exciting. I do like the Lunar Festival. It's one of the silliest holidays. In my opinion, it's one of the most casual holidays. With the, in org. Let me see, where is this at? Valley of Honor. The engineering goblin guys have a couple quests, I believe. I think that's correct. I don't know where other quests are. I know I could look them up, but yeah. Let's keep looking here for 2 more Gnomeregan. Alright, we're all fired away. Cool. Let's turn our quest. Easy to get experience for this. Kind of nice. Well done. Now that you're into the spirit of things, why don't you take this invitation to the festival in Moonglade? Ah, yes.
May the eternal sun shine.
And our hearth is still set in Orgrimmar, so this is perfectly... Yeah, man. Don't pick up the blood of heroes in Eastern Plaguelands unless you're ready for it. Alright. Let's get to Moonglade. But it's kind of a silly festival. Like it's not a very there's not a lot to do in my opinion, which is fine. It's kind of cute, decorative, etc. But oh my gosh, I just opened up everything except for the map. And in Nighthaven. Is Nighthaven... Okay, yep, this is right. Looking for 2 more. Gnomeregan. Keep the spam going. Gotta keep the dream alive. If it doesn't work out, I've got a few things we can do in the meantime. We're doing the Lunar Festival, obviously, right now. It's nice to explore Moonglade. Knock that off the list. But it's kind of nice we can come here, do these quests in the meantime, while we're kind of forming the group. And I'm going to also run down to Ratchet. I'm going to hearth back and then go to Ratchet. And attempt to do the Wharfmaster Dizzywig and the follow-up. And there's a few things like that that we can do. So we don't... It's kind of a nice time to look for a group, you know. It's a reasonable time. Now, I think it's this main building here or this one down here. But I don't remember. I'm not seeing him yet. Where is Valadar Star? Okay, okay. Was he down where we spawned? I mean, I bet... Was it down here? I thought it was... Doesn't matter what role this person is. Perfect. Hey there. Can you heal? Or tank? Can use DPS anyway. Same. Okay. So we just need 1x DPS. I'd prefer to tank if you don't mind healing. There's our buddy, Valadar. I almost missed him. Guess we could grab the flight point while we're here. Grab the teleporter quest in org if you haven't yet. But after that, we can head to Booty Bay and port over. One more. Any roll. No more. Hey. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Oh no. I almost right-clicked that guy. That'd have been bad. I mean, I did right-click him. Alright, I'm gonna click this kind of quickly. Okay. Farewell. Who's Hustler? Want a 60 rogue to help us? He just wants these. I'm sure. Okay. Hustler. Well, I'll tell you what. I need to first of all turn off caps lock. I'm like destroying my keyboard right now. This is a really maybe. Let me grab this quest before I forget.
Greetings. Go in peace.
Wait, what?
Peace
Did I?
be with you. Good luck.
Oh, I need... Okay, I understand. I got it. Sure. Alright, let's get out of here. Hi, y'all. Let's head over. And then what? Let me make sure I got my quests here. Because I think one of these quests, the Rig War, is the one that has some really nice loot. Yeah, pretty solid stuff. Okay. These are reserved for Hustler. I'll set Master Loot on that boss. Let's not worry about it. Everything else is ours, essentially. Hustler. This name is hard to type for me. It's like destroying my mind. I don't know why. Hustler is basically carrying us at this point. Okay. I need to make a little bit of space. I'm just going to quickly throw a few things in my my bank real fast. No. I've been on and off since launch day. Yeah, I've been leveling this guy since... Oh, wow. Never mind. I didn't realize how full... I didn't realize how full my bank was. I forgot. We're ready. Please head over. I just need... Okay, hold on a sec. These gloves, if they drop typo, that's fine, are reserved for Hustler. That's the only stipulation to him carrying us. Alright. Send mail. Subank. Just literally, I'll sort this later. That works for me. I just want to get some space going there and head over. Oh, I am. This totem guy's asking who I am, by the way. This other conversation is going on. He's like, are you SoupaSoka? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, the name kind of, I feel like kind of gives it away, but, you know. I guess I just want the Zeppelin, right? The Zeppelin of Gromgol is probably... Wait, what? He's a level 60. What? One more spot. Gnomer, level 60 rogue, carrying us. This intel. Just head over. I'll look for a 5th, but we're fine without him. Okay, sorry. I'm really, I'm very reserving. So, like, I generally don't like, people reserving stuff. I find it kind of annoying, to be honest. This is Gromgol, right? Yeah, perfect. I find it kind of annoying, but if a level 60 says, hey, I'll help carry your group through, I think it's like more than reasonable to. Sorry. I feel like the last 2-3 minutes I've just been staring down the bottom left corner of my screen for these conversations, but I finally settled things out a bit. Okay, so summary. Reserving items I find really annoying. I find it okay if it's a 60 carrying someone through. Like, this guy wants this item. He probably could solo this, just sneak in and do it, but he's just willing to help us out, right? So why would we decline that in exchange for an off chance some gloves drop when we probably could have completed getting a group together without him? But it'll make it easier, and it's a little lame because it does make it a little less fun. I will be honest about that. I find being carried through an instance not nearly as enjoyable as struggling through or even just dominating it with level appropriate characters. But I don't really see the harm. I don't see the harm in this specific scenario. Okay, hi all. Let me just get this straight. Let me make sure I have this. All items are open roll, need over greed, except are reserved for Hustler. He's a 60 rogue carrying us, so yeah, that's his payment, so to speak. You could say that. All right, so the group is forming. It's so much different being on middle of the afternoon. Like, there's a lot of people. I've had 3 different people now contact me saying, "Hey, you're the guy from YouTube," in some way or another, which is not a problem. But I usually play so early in the morning that no one's on. You've probably seen I've done these census searches in the morning and a lot of my videos, and there's 200 to 500 people online. And right now it looks like our census is about to wrap up, this current one, and it found 1,000 people. So it found 2 to 3 times as many people as I normally would see. That's still kind of low, to my opinion. Having 1,000 players online in the middle of the afternoon, fairly low. I think a lot of people are kind of raid logging recently, like high-level characters are just kind of prepping up for Blackwing Lair. I know my main guild, which is the Wreck, WRECK is the name of the guild. A lot of them are kind of just coming in playing a little bit every day just to get a little bit of gold, some materials, etc. And then kind of moving along. I really hope I have the Booty Bay. I should have probably gone to Ratchet and taken the boat over, but
Blood and
I think I have the flight point to Booty Bay. I think I grabbed that.
Strength and honor. God.
Thank goodness. Okay, that could have been bad. That would have been really painful. Flying to BB now. Let's leave. Looking for group. Yeah, I'll leave them alone. So, okay, so we're gonna get to Gnomeregan. And I will say this, Gnomeregan, we're taking our flight down there now. I would say Gnomeregan is... I think Gnomeregan is kind of an underrated instance. I feel like a lot of people don't like running it. I personally have found myself it kind of grew on me over the years. I think it has a lot of character. So I will say Gnomeregan has, I believe, more character than most 5-man dungeons in Classic. It's not to say other ones are bad, but it's a former gnome capital city. Is it former capital city? I know it eventually becomes kind of reclaimed, but I think it's a former gnome capital city that has become defiled and turned into this leper colony of gnomes. And the bosses are cool. The boss fights are kind of fun, especially the final boss. Is it Thermaplugg? Yeah, Thermaplugg, I think is the name of the last boss. His little bomb guys that come down are so cool. It's a cool fight. Like, I genuinely enjoy it. Those legs are going to be a solid upgrade for us. We'll get 7 more agility, 6 stamina, 3 strength, and about 20 more armor. So that's a substantial upgrade. So I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and turn in our quest to Scooty. Chief Engineer Scooty. She's a beauty, isn't Scooty? Scooty with the beauty. Okay. Let's say hello. Whoops. Hello.
What be happening?
Pinnacle of Goblin Transport Technology. Only exploded a dozen or so times. Oh man. He clicked through it faster than I did, so now I've missed it. Okay, that's fine. Let's try this again. 280 experience. Sweet. Wait for Scooty to calibrate the Goblin Transponder. So he's going to set up this little transporter here, and this is how the Horde get to Gadgetzan. If you weren't familiar, or sorry, not Gadgetzan, Gnomeregan. So Gnomeregan is actually over here in Dunmoreau, which is a horrible spot for Horde to get to.
Time is money,
But we have a fancy transporter that sends us almost directly outside of the instance entrance down in Gnomeregan. It's really nice. It's really convenient, honestly. I don't think the Alliance have any equivalent. I think they have to run there. I don't actually know. I don't play a lot of Alliance characters, but I think Alliance have to run through Dunmoreau. Like, go to Ironforge and run. A lot of them have their hearths set here anyway, right? But either way, they have to go to Ironforge here and then go west. That's annoying, in my opinion. I could use a wee bit. I will try to tank, but I suspect Hustla is gonna pull aggro. I'd be very surprised if I hold aggro over a 60 rogue. I will peel aggro off a little bit, at least off people. I can at least peel it off. Peel aggro off of y'all. Are all these dudes passed out? They are kind of passed out. It's kind of funny. I never really paid attention to that. Drunken Bruiser. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the holiday. All the guards are drunk. Yeah. Get him. I forgot this was the case for the Lunar. I totally forgot that. For the Lunar holiday, all the guards are drunk. So there's no guards in Booty Bay. I think that might be true in all the neutral cities. Holidays, am I right? That's really funny, actually. I'm very amused by that. This is clearly the place to be. This is so mean. This is terrible. Who are we waiting on? We're waiting on our buddy in Ratchet. Shambulances. That's okay. Uh-oh. Another dead one. The Horde apparently have claimed... The Horde have claimed the Booty Bay. All the garments are drunk off their noggins. Hopefully a whole mob of allies show up. I would really like that to not happen, and if they do, I'm just gonna jump into the teleporter. So now we have this transponder, by the way. We'll basically hold this on our character. I keep it on my 60 even, because it's annoying to have to run back to my... Actually, why do I do that? The bank's right here, there's really no point. I'll probably drop the transponder off once we get a few more levels and don't plan to come back here soon, at least. But for the time being, I'll hold it on my character. Get him! Get him! He resisted, that's annoying. Oh. Oh! I had to get wrecked. That's what I really need. What's the totem that... I want to go in there and grab that quest. Or like take a look at it. I think all these quests are relatively insignificant for me. I guess I should buff too. What do I want for my... So I want Rockbiter for sure. This is fine. Let's start clearing. In we go. So teleporter, that's it. Fly over. We're all here. There's our big guy, Hustler. I guess Wind Fury is probably nice here. So we've got a melee, yeah, probably. I think it makes sense to probably do Wind Fury totems here. Wind Fury, I think Wind Fury totem probably reasonable. I think getting there, and then, yeah, I think that'll help the rogue so much that it's probably worth it. Let me grab encrusted object. We need these. These are nice. I mean, we don't need them, but they're useful. So you'll see. Okay. So a couple things have gone on in my real life recently. Nothing too crazy. I had another interview at a different university for a professor position. This is now the second university I've interviewed with in the last in this cycle. Usually they're kind of late fall into like late winter. The interview process is, and who are we waiting on? Is he still over there? Wow, it's okay. He can probably make it in. And the first place I interviewed at, these are both really good universities. They're public universities. They're 4-year universities. They'd be called an R1. It basically means they're research level 1. They're a high level. Panda Cub's underground. Let's see this. So the only quest I have, just Therma and the Grime Ring that we might find along the way. Panda Cub Underground is really creepy. Let's see if I can get him up if I jump. There we go. So they're both good universities, high research output, which is why I'm interested in them. Because I want to do research, run my own lab. Teach courses also, of course, but let's put Wind Fury Totem here. Keep that going. Although it's a little bit late for that one maybe now, but get that down there. I'll probably not bother with Rockbiter enchant, because my understanding is you can't have Rockbiter on top of Wind Fury anyway, so there's really no point. Let's do this. So, yeah, so anyway, first university I interviewed at, I got to the first interview, and they ended up telling me they're not interested. Like, they thanked me for my time, and they said, blah, 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 just kind of generic thing. No big deal, but ultimately, that is not going forward. So the second place I interviewed, is that a better shield? No, definitely not. Strictly no. So the second place I interviewed was this week. That was Tuesday, and it felt like it went a little bit better. I don't know, it just felt like none of the questions caught me off guard. They were receptive to some of the things I was saying. I think the questions I asked them were questions that they appreciated. It sounded like smart questions to be asking. 3 agility, 3 stamina. It's a pretty nice ring. I won that too. I'm wrecking the loot rolls here. So I'm optimistic about it. I was really nervous about it. I wasn't nervous initially, but then as like just prior to the interview coming up, I suddenly was like dripping in sweat. Like my body was just like, hey, this is terrifying. These people are, intelligent, smart people that are experts in their field, which happens to be your field, and they could ask you all sorts of questions. So, yeah, a little scary. I felt well prepared, but still just like it was almost like a physiological response that was outside of my control. I wasn't like, I'm fortunate that my face doesn't get really red. I didn't like sweat from my face. It was like maybe too much info, but like armpit sweat type of stuff. But it worked out. I think I don't tend to have a terrible stutter when I get nervous or anything like that, so I'm a little fortunate in that regard. We're just swiping up the loot now. So the end result was, I think it went well. I'll find out more later. They said it'll be a few weeks, but they I sent them a follow-up email today, on Saturday. It's been about 4 days, and they responded. One of them responded already. Really, to me, it was very positive. He said that I'm seemingly a very good fit for this position, and he really enjoyed speaking with me, and he said I was obviously well prepared for the interview. And then he followed up with saying that he gave me a little more of an update that I might expect. Ooh, wow. So much stuff is dropping here. This is a fun run for Intellect Force Spirit. I have that already. But it's a different one. But let's see what's in this bad boy. I think it sometimes has like vendor loot in here, which I wouldn't mind grabbing. Ooh, engineering stuff. I'll take that. Just over here. Let's get the chest. So the email is what made me feel like maybe this actually is pretty, positive for me. Slash roll. I think I just lose. Yeah, so I'm optimistic. It's still a lot to go. So if I make it through this round, they said they'll invite 3 to 4 people to an in-person interview. By the way, we're just kind of hanging out in the center cog here in the Hall of Gears in Gnomeregan. We're waiting for our buddy to get here, who is in Booty Bay, just landed, and should be here soon. Ooh, Elder's Cloak of Stamina. Do I want that? 6 stamina back? No, I don't want that. I've got a better one. So anyway, it's a lot of competition left, but there'll be 3 or 4 people that would move on to the next round. I'm hoping to be one of those 3 to 4, at which point I'll be invited for probably like a 1 or 2 day interview. And in that interview, I would give like a presentation on my research, give maybe a seminar. There's a few different things I would do. I'd meet most of the staff, faculty, I'd meet some students, I'd ask a lot of questions, probably go out for dinner with some of the faculty to kind of continue the interview. It would be, I would say safely, an 8-hour interview, but it might be a 2-day interview that could be, 6 to 8 hours, 2 days in a row. So I apologize for the siren, but I hope who's ever in that ambulance is okay. So it's just a lot that goes on with these things. I don't know if I'm going to get this off. Nope. Slow. And they're very in-depth. And the reason why these are such complicated interviews, so this is a tenure track position. If I'm hired for this, I'm expected to put out a lot of research, publish a lot of papers, train students in my laboratory. as well as did he forget his transponder quest? That's painful. That poor guy. I'm gonna grab some engineering parts over here, though. This guy, oh man. I feel bad for him. I'll take his engineering stuff, though. Oh good, we're starting this quest. It's a long wait. If this got to go back and then back, it's a lot. So we can at least do this little fun quest here. It's kind of a cool one if you've ever seen this before. Blastmaster Emmy Short Fuse. It's a cool name, but you want to stand away from these rocks when they are blown up, like they open up and they reclose. When they close, I think you can die if you stand near them. I think it's like 100% damage. If you stand kind of under them, it just kills you. I believe. But yeah, let's not do that. So these positions. So I'm expected to conduct experiments. I'm expected to get grants. So these grants would be like, I don't know how you describe it, from the US government, from industry, etc., special interest groups. And I'm expected to be getting, generate anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 or more per year in grants that I would be awarded based on research that I'm proposing to do. And these grants are, a little bit of the money goes to the university to cover like electricity and like shared supplies, etc. But a lot of it goes towards my lab for the cost of research supplies, right? So paying for students to help me do research. So I'm expected to do a lot and to get a lot done while I'm a student there, while I'm a professor there. And then after 5 or 6 years, if I've done well, I apply for tenure, and tenure would mean that I have essentially a permanent position. You pretty much can't lose that position as long as you put in a reasonable effort to continue doing research and teach, etc. And as long as you don't do anything grossly illegal, right? Like, don't go murder someone, for example. I mean, and tenure's nice, but it's not the reason why I want to be a professor. I want to be a professor because it's the only place I know of to easily conduct research and teach classes. I think I'm gonna be good enough at that as a professor that even without tenure, I would probably maintain my position. Like, it probably would keep me around. There's the rocks. If you stay near that, you'll die. I'm recording for YouTube, but not streaming. Okay, so all these expectations, right? I kind of gave a quick summary of what I would do as a professor. In exchange, the reason why this is so rigorous also is that they would award me, if I'm hired, it varies by university, but you could expect anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million, essentially. $100,000. Sorry, I got a question here. $100,000 to possibly. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. $100,000 to $1 million would be awarded essentially to not to me, but to my lab as startup funding for research. And so what it basically means is that they will say, hey, you're a new professor, we're going to give you a little bit of a help to someone watch my Dwarf Priest videos, that's cool. So the research funding they give me as a new professor essentially will help me get my lab up and running while I'm applying for big grants from the government, from, like the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy, etc. So it's just a way to it's like starter money, kind of. That's a lot of money, right? Like $100,000, $1 million, that's a ton of money. For a public university to invest that into a professor, they want to make sure that they're getting the best possible fit. And so they want to hire, of the pool of applicants, the best possible candidate. But then on top of that, sometimes they just won't hire anyone. They'll have 200 applicants. they'll interview 5 in person, and they won't pick a single person. They won't hire anyone from the pool because no one really fits what they want well enough, and it's not worth their money to invest that into someone that isn't a perfect fit. So it's possible they don't choose me anyway, just because I'm not good enough, and none of us were, you know. So it's kind of a cool process, a little crazy. Yeah, it's a little crazy, but I'm not optimistic, but I think things went well, as good as I can probably be optimistic about it. I would say I am, and we'll see. If I don't get this position, it'd be unfortunate, but I'll, you know, keep an eye out for more of them and apply at that time. That's been the big thing recently. I spent a lot of time preparing for my interview. I spent a lot of time just for a lot of stuff getting ready recently, so I haven't been as active on WoW because of that. But I'm in interviews done. I've got at least a few weeks before I'll hear back officially either way, so I've got some time. I'm gonna grab this. Can I survive that jump? I guess. Oh yeah. This guy drops a really cool staff that I would kind of like to get. It's the underwater breathing staff, but to be honest, I have underwater breathing as a buff, so it's probably less useful for me. What is he called? It's like some sort of acidy name. I don't see him just yet. That might be him. Vicious Fallout. That's the guy. He's a fun one. Yeah, it's a cool boss. He drops. So this is one of the best. So if you are playing Classic WoW and you can equip staffs as a character, you should come kill this guy until you get the staff he drops, because it gives you on equip unlimited underwater breathing. It's honestly a really cool staff. Those aren't bad boots. 8 agility, 6 stamina, 8 agility, 4 spirit. Would that be an upgrade over my... I'd say yes. But who else is taking them? I'm not going to take them over the mage, because honestly I don't heal that often. And I am more of a melee DPS than enhancement. So that really would be... These would be heal gear for me. And it would be nice. But I'm not going to take them over a mage. I just feel bad. Maybe I'm too nice, but honestly... He can't equip leather, I can, so I've got more options. But yeah, those are quite good, and I don't want to take them from him, so I'll leave him be. I'd pass on him. This guy, can he even equip those yet? Requires all, okay, yeah. I see, at 35 you can start AoE farming, I get what you're saying. So, okay, so interview stuff, done for the time being. 4 intellect, 3 spirit. Those would actually be a slight upgrade for me. Slight upgrade for my heal set. So I would like to take those. 4 intellect, 3 spirit. 3 intellect, 3 spirit. Yeah, I'll take that. Otherwise, I recently listened to... Oh, what? Whoa, whoa. That's greed. Is that worth it for me? I don't think it's better than this. 25 DPS is just so good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna greed it. Beezles, I just won everything. Did I? I won both those? Is Beezles Basher... What is this worth? Oh yeah. That's pretty nice. Oh, solid. I'll take that. That's cool. I guess I got Strength of Earth dropping. Do I not have rank 3 Strength of Earth yet? I guess I don't. Is that Shaman higher level than me? Oh yeah, he is. Okay. No problem. So, otherwise, I recently listened to a couple of things that have been going on. First of all, I mentioned, I think last episode, my wife and I watched... By the way, quick note. We just killed Vicious Fallout, and we're moving through pretty solidly. To clean these grime-encrusted objects, we need to go back to the clean area, which we skipped. But we cleared most of the way to it, I think, so we could probably clear back pretty easily. Probably get back there. I don't know if we will or not. We possibly could. Let's chain lightning these guys. Oh, where are we going? This one? Okay. So, we're just kind of moving along. We've got a few more bosses at least. Where's our buddy at? South Fury River. That means he's in... Yeah, I was going to say he's in... Where is he? What is he doing? Is he... Why is he over here? He like went the back way into Orgrimmar or something? He's never going to get here. We're just going to like leave him behind eventually. So, my wife and I have been watching Shameless, the US version recently. It's definitely not appropriate for kids, but it's a pretty fun show. We've enjoyed... We watched, I think like the first season and most of the second season in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been nice. We've been enjoying it a lot. We're planning to watch the whole thing eventually. It'll take us a while, but we'll get through it. But I would recommend it if you kind of like, I don't know what you call it. It's sort of a comedy and it's sort of serious. The first season was much less serious than the second season has been, in my opinion. I feel like it's gotten much more serious. Nice. Shaman has got his blessing from Orgrimmar, so that's good. Not really needed for this, but you know, kind of fun. Are we clearing down here? Looks like it. So, oh, I already moved down. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill that thing. Good job. So, gotta kill it. I'll follow him because I got nothing better to do. So, Shameless has been fun. We've been enjoying that. I listened to a few albums recently that I've really enjoyed. Halsey had an album that came out maybe a week ago called... I don't remember. What's her album called? I'm forgetting the name. So Halsey released an album that has been... I liked it a lot. I think it was a good album. It's a pop album, but I think it has enough introspection, like it's kind of self-analysis by her that I kind of find it interesting. So I've enjoyed that. I liked her first album. I forget what it was called now. I want to say like Colors or something, but whatever the first album was, I enjoyed that one. I haven't listened to much of hers since then. That was like 5 years ago. I'm glad he set his hearth to Booty Bay. Honestly, Shamblin's guy, that does help quite a bit. Makes it faster. So anyway, I've enjoyed that. Oh, ganked by Alliance. Rip. Wait, what? What's that? Kill it. Oh, someone got it already. Good. Put a mark on our buddy. Be easier to find him. So I've enjoyed that album. And then Eminem released a new album. Music to be Murdered By. It's okay. I've been a fan of Eminem since the first Marshall Mathers LP. There's a lot of questionable content, you could say, on a lot of his albums. That's not really for me to... That's not really my point of my bringing him up. So you know... And I can see some arguments, like people call him like the greatest rapper of all time. Some people do. I find that a little hard to agree with, but I would definitely say he's technically one of the best rappers of all time. Like his technical approach, I mean. He's obviously very talented. Anyone that says he's not top 20, I think is just making stuff up. And then I think is a very good argument for saying top 5 of all time. I think even that's a really reasonable argument. I'm not going to get into that too much for now, but I will say this album was pretty enjoyable. It's grown on me. I've listened to it 3 or 4 times now. The more I listen to it, the more I seem to like it. Usually it's the other way around for me when I listen to music. But then, oh, nice. I would still put it in the bottom half of his album. So I would say his worst album is probably Encore, and I'd probably put, I don't know. Let's say Encore is probably his worst album. And I think I would put... Oh, for sure, Revival. As maybe that's his worst album. But Revival and Encore, I think, are like bottom 2. And then there's a few, I don't know, I'd probably put Marshall Mathers LP, the first one, as number 1, Slim Shady LP as number 2, Eminem Show as number 3. I never listened to Infinite, so I can't rank that. Oh my gosh, I'm actually full. All that food's going away. This bread's going away. Yeah, so I'd put those the top 3. And in the middle is something like Marshall Mathers LP 2, Recovery, Relapse. I'm forgetting some in there, I think. Kamikaze. I'll probably put Kamikaze at like number 5. So then I guess what I'm saying is the bottom 2 being Revival and Encore. I think I would put then at number, like the 3rd or 4th from the bottom, almost for sure. Probably 4th from the bottom is Music to Be Murdered By. I still enjoy it, but I'd say it's bottom 4. I'm tempted to say Recovery is below it, so it's probably the bottom 3 would be the worst one is... I think I'm going to say Revival is the worst, then Encore is second worst, then Encore, Revival, then... What was I just saying? Recovery, then Music to Be Murdered By. That's probably my order for bottom 4. But I still enjoy Music to Be Murdered By overall. I find it kind of fun. Some of the topics are new for him, and I think that's appreciated. I find some of them a little bit weird. What's it called? There's one like about his stepdad. That's fair to talk about things that have bothered him in his life, but I mean, like, I don't know. It can't, to me, I have a hard time being interested in a 50-year-old having problems with their stepdad from when they were in 2nd grade, mostly because Eminem's talked so much about problems with his parents, problems with like bullies in his school. He's already had all of these things, and then I'm not saying that wasn't a major problem to him, his stepdad. Like, I'm not saying that wasn't a major, the stepdad of him wasn't a major impact on Eminem's life, but as a listener, I think I've gotten a little bit uninterested in hearing about him complain about personal relationship problems in his life. A little bit. Like,
one.
Yeah, it's a new one. I don't think I've heard about him talk about his stepdad before. Maybe I haven't, I've forgotten. But I don't know. It's a little bit not interesting to me. But overall, the album was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So I'd recommend it if you like Eminem. If you don't like Eminem, I don't think you're going to like the album. Which is maybe not surprising. Alright, so we're kind of waiting around. Sorry, I got this big tangent here because we're sort of waiting. We finally matched up with our level 31 Orc Shaman buddy, Shambulances, who is, I thought he had the buff. Did you lose your world buff? Oh, he died. Oh, you died. Rip. That's sad. I forgot he died. Okay, we're in the launch bay. It's kind of a cool room, honestly. Maybe a good time for a photo op. Right, pretty decent photo op. It's a cool room though, right? I hope no one takes those gloves from our buddy. I'd be really sad if they do. Our rogue, who's helped us so far. My bags. Oh man, this is so bad. Let's do this. Drop one of these. And then just start stabbing stuff. So what am I gonna do with my bag space? It's really rough. I got so much loot so quickly, it's kind of ridiculous. I guess I could make a few wool bandages, and that'll help clear up at least this, right? Linen cloth I'll probably just dump, because I just don't give a shit. Oh my gosh, stop giving me stuff. That's okay, I've got a spot for that, so that's fine. Alright, I've got 2 spots now. 2 spaces. I really need to I'll take this guy on. I really need to clear my bags after this instance run. So far, we've gotten a decent amount of experience, but mostly it's been a lot of loot. I mean, seriously. It's a lot of green stuff, some engineering supplies. These are some cool stuff we picked up. I'm pretty happy about it. We got a small upgrade for our healing set. Like literally a 1 intellect upgrade. So nothing fancy, but I'm not going to complain. Let's... melon juice? I'll take that. And let's do this. Right, I don't need to do that. Let's do this. Easy. Ooh, the lag nut. 4 stamina, 9 spirit. That's really good. I would take that over the demon band, I think. Would I? I think I'm going to. I think 4 stamina, 9 spirit, I would take it over the 4 strength, 2 stamina spirit. How do I delete totems? I don't know how to delete totems. How do I do that? I don't actually know how to delete totems. Get some melon juice. Jump right where? Where's this guy at? Right, where? I didn't see where you said to jump. Oh, I see, I see. I see. So I'm gonna jump here, then jump down. Got it. My totem should despawn in a moment. I've done this before. He took the big jump. Nice. Okay. And down here. Not bad. Alright, let's toss a quick heal. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Crud. Just trying to get a quick heal on this guy. Alright. I kind of want to switch lightning bolt. Chain lightning. I don't think I want a lightning bolt. A heavy blasting powder. Oh my. The engineering mats are just rolling in. These NG mats are handy. Thanks. I should probably throw some dynamite to prove my engineering dominance. There we go. Just to prove it. Now he knows. Now he knows. Uh-oh. Should I pull that guy? That's fine. Whoops. Get this stupid little guy. Let's finish him off. Got him. Okay. Onwards. Oh. It's a nice group. This guy's giving me all the engineering mats he finds, which is that's really thoughtful. Like honestly, I feel like that's not something people normally would think about doing, so I appreciate that. So I badly need to organize my bags. I mean, that's really something I meant to do between episodes, but I figured I would have time to form a group while I'm organizing my bags, and then the group kind of pull together kind of quickly. So it just caught me off guard. But I use it. I mean, it's a really nice... it's a really nice two-hander, honestly, and it's just not amazing. No, sorry, it's really good. Okay, so to be clear, it's super good. It's amazing for druids, especially feral druids. You can use the on use ability while you're in feral form, or use it and then go into feral form. I forget exactly how it works. But it's really good for that. But the on-use ability only lasts for 3 uses, 3 charges, then it goes away. But for me, it would be a really nice two-hander, like DPS weapon. But I tend to prefer... Oh boy. my one-hander and my mace. For whatever reason, I like the one-hander and shield. I tend to prefer those for some reason. I don't know. I just kind of like having a shield. It's kind of fun. So I think my preference is to keep the one-hander and shield as much as possible. Even though it's slower for a lot of things, it's just kind of fun. Let's kill that mine. Yeah. Okay, good job. Ooh, Wand of Eventide. 25.8. Is that better than the one I just already got? Wow, there's so many good wands down here. How am I winning everything? Holy cow. I've seriously won, I think, 5 rolls on greens. And I'm once again full on loot. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to stop rolling on it. I'm just kind of surprised at how much loot we've gotten. That's a cool... So we got the Fire Starter, which looks like a Harry Potter wand, like kind of a weak wand, but look at this thing. That's kind of cool looking. Got a little nubbin on the end. 25.8 DPS. 23.3. Yeah. Huh. So you picked up 2 wands. What else have we gotten? A chest piece, a bind on equipped blue mace, I think is more, a ring, a shield, another cloak, or a cloak. We've gotten the bracer upgrade we've already picked up, and the ring that we got as an upgrade. So, I don't know. We're making things happen here somehow. Alright, let's do this. I guess Mana Spring's kind of fun. We got a few people using mana here. I'm at some point, if I win this, I'm gonna have to start passing on stuff. I guess to be fair, I should be winning a little bit more than normal because we only have a few people rolling on it. Like the rogue isn't rolling on this stuff. So right, so like that alone would give me a better chance of winning stuff. I have a 25% chance instead of a 20% chance of winning things. And then Chamberlain's lag spike, be right back. Okay. I'm gonna definitely aggro something, and we're gonna all die. This is a really scary area. It's really easy to aggro things down here and cause you to get wrecked, like for them to run around and pull everything up. So they'll aggro you here, run up, aggro everything along the way around the corner and come back up, and it's a really painful thing to have happen, but it happens all the time. Like I've seen it happen a lot anyway. Let's do this. Okay, I did not win the bow. That's fine, I'll keep rolling. If I win another one, I'm going to start passing just so I don't run out of space on things. Ooh, need roll. That's a pretty nice 9 intellect, 9 stamina. Honestly, what did I say? 9 intellect, 9 stamina? That's pretty nice. It'd probably be slightly better than my healing robe. I didn't think about it, but it's okay. Like I said, already scooping up everything. So I hope everyone's having a good New Year. I hope things are starting up good for you. I said this already once, I'm not a big believer in New Year's resolutions, but yeah, I know some people do, and it's kind of cool when it works out for you, so I hope it's... If you do have a New Year's resolution, I hope it's been going well for you. These guys have this magic reflect thing going on now. Don't spellcast that. My closest thing to resolution for me, I guess, has been to go to the gym again, but I started that before the new year by about a week, about half a week, and that's been going well. I've been enjoying it a lot. I think I mentioned I've been using the trap bar to do deadlifts. It's like a bar that goes around your body and has handles rather than the straight bar, which is just like a normal barbell you would use for deadlifts. And I found the trap bar to be 1,000,000 times better. I don't think I'll ever deadlift again using a straight bar. I really just enjoy the trap bar way more. So trap bar deadlifts are my new thing. I have a lot of strength to regain, but I'm working my way up slowly. It's been nice. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, yeah. Let's keep those Wind Fury totems going. How many shamans do we have in this group? It's like an all shaman group. I didn't realize that. Maybe not the best, most structured group or most balanced group ever, but I mean, a 5 shaman group could do most instances. You easily could tank, heal, DPS. They're probably one of the best classes for doing all like a 1 class run. Through an instance, right? Because you, like I said, you can easily fill every role pretty well. Shaman tanks maybe aren't the best tank you could have, but still solid. That's bad. That's bad. Let's do this. Let's get some heals going. Got that guy at least. That could have been bad. I'm super out of mana. Why am I so out of mana? Our rogue's looking pretty good. Oh, mines are going off. Mines are going off. Oh boy, that's bad. Somehow we aggroed a pack behind us. I can res. All right. Oh, let's get I need a drink. I'm gonna get my rogue buddy up first because he will save me if something happens, like if we get chased down. Okay. All right, let me drink. But it's definitely good to have the rogue up ASAP. And then let's start resing everyone else. Oh, what the heck? I apparently got too close to that thing. That's annoying. Let's try this again. Res is incoming. Who else do we want? I think we're okay. I might have left the totem out, but honestly, I don't know how my what would we have aggroed? There's nothing back here. So I'm a little bit confused. And who else do we need to res? The mage next. Where's the mage at? I don't even know where these corpses are at. There it is. Okay. I don't even have enough. I can't even. I don't have enough mana to even res 2 people in a row. That's funny. Res on. Let's see now. Yeah. I need to figure out that there's a macro I think you can clear out totems. I need to learn that macro. Okay. Okay. So what did we aggro? I honestly don't know what happened. Maybe it was an alarm robot that triggered us and we weren't paying attention. Hey, another census. Oh. We aggroed that left wall. The inner wall. That was for sure what happened. I forgot there's people. I totally forget there's anything up there. That's what I was saying though. That entire thing is a bit of a mess. Or it can be a bit of a mess. This trench can be a bit of a mess. I was saying that when we were up top on this side, over up here. So yeah, just a heads up. If you're ever in here, be really careful. We actually probably could have survived that if the mines didn't get us. That was definitely our downfall. Almost for sure. Almost for sure. How long does this totem last for? 2 minutes. Okay, that's good to know. Well, still making money on this run easily. Oh, let's get that mine. Okay. Those mines are super deadly. You really have to be careful with those, obviously. Oh boy. I'm just kind of nervous we're going to aggro stuff on this inner wall again. think we're okay. This is a really good instance, though. It really is. I know we're not quite getting the full feel of it because we're getting carried, but if you have never ran it before, I really recommend it, especially Alliance side. Alliance side has more quests. I think the only 2 quests are these. I think it's just the Rig Wars and the Booty Bay Transponder one. So, okay, that's okay. I thought it was our low-level characters on that side. I was like, yep, we're gonna aggro everything. It almost for sure was that. I think that's those guys up there can aggro pretty easily, and that's I think what happened to us. And that's I forgot about that. Pretty good. Def can't complain. I'm not. Yeah, can't complain about that. About it. Let's throw down this totem. Alright, we're stabbing the Dark Iron Agent. So we're just down to the last boss here. Once we kill him, I guess we return the quest, I think, to... Yeah, Orgrimmar, so that's nice. So we'll probably just Ancestral Recall back there. So we're going to go up this way and clear these guys. Alright, clear the mines. Sounds like a reasonable request. Let's make it happen. Switch targets over to this one next. Sure, that's fine. Tech whatever. Doesn't really matter. Those mines do a ton of damage. I think that would hit us for like 700 or 800, and it hits everyone in the group, or everyone that's even remotely near it. So, yeah. These guys, I think, are the ones that tend to catch people, because they really are kind of high up there, in a way that I think allows them to see over the ledge and aggro a lot easier than the ones here. I don't know if you can pull aggro from the guys that are down here. I think you only can from the ones that are up in these 2. And I think the same spot, if you go and look at my other videos, I've done Gnomeregan on a priest and I think my warrior. I've almost assuredly had the same exact spot that's led to my group dying. Ooh, evade bug. That's annoying. Let's kill this guy. Ooh, a rare spawn? Neat. I didn't realize he was a rare spawn. That's cool. Oh wow. Evade bug on those ledge guys. Okay, let's get that landmine. Got it. We're good on health, I think. Yeah, we're pretty good. Oh, Royal Diplomatic Scepter, that seems cool. One-handed 23 DPS. It's slightly less DPS, but it's a little bit of stamina and spirit. This guy's got to stay in one spot, or they're going to keep evade bugging. Is that better than my... I don't think it's really better than anything I have. I just greet it. I've been winning a lot of stuff anyway, but I don't think that's wildly better. I still like my two-hander better for healing. Sure. I mean, why not? I have... Ooh, Alarmo Head Splitter. 18.9 to 23. It's not that much more. 4 DPS isn't considerably better. But I don't know if I would have... Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea for him. Oh, it's rogue for sure, but I mean, it was better than my old one hand. So yeah, I actually bought off the auction house because it was like I think it was like an 8. I talked about this when we got it. I think it was like an 8 DPS upgrade. It was well worth it. I know it's not a traditional shaman tanking weapon, but honestly at this level, more DPS is more DPS. It's not, you don't really pass up on that stuff if you can help it. There's really no reason to, in my opinion. There's our buddy Gnomeregan Thermaplugg. Such a cool boss. Let's close that. Let's drop our magma totem, and let's pull this. Oops. Probably messed with that guy's plans. My bad. That's okay. We have Wind Fury here? Yeah, I think we're... Yeah, let's refresh it. Alright, let's drop another Chain Lightning for fun. Because those are always cool. And let's keep focusing down this guy best we can. That's kind of a fun final pull before the boss, isn't it? It's just like this big, you open the door and there's a wall of gnomes. Like, let's do this. Mechanized, Mechanostrider, etc. We don't really need the buttons here. I'll do buttons. All DPS. Heal. I know how to do the buttons. They're pretty good. It's not that hard. Let's let him engage, maybe. And then drop a totem or two. Oh, buttons. Buttons. I'll click this. Clicked. Alright, there's another one.
My machines are the future!
My shield killed him. That was awesome. He meleeed me and my shield proc blew him up. That was so cool. Ooh, okay, hold on. Bracers, 5 agility, 5 stamina. Those are a strict upgrade. Jade, I'm passing on. 7, is that a better shield? It's not better though. It's a really cool proc, but it's not better than this. It's just not. I lose, yeah, no, this I'll need, right? I'll need that, and I will greed this. I make a little bit of space. Loot the blueprints, etc. Later, and thank you. Alright, that was cool. That was really effective. Let's get rid of some mutton chops. I don't need those. This person might be looting it for me. Sham might be. Nope, got him. Cool, quest complete. So let's get out of here. That was a pretty efficient run. I've got my stuff. Did I get my? Did I win those bracers? I didn't even pay attention. You won Archer's Bracers and Monkey. Sweet. So 5 agility, 5 stamina is better than 5 stamina, right? I mean, I lose 5 strength because I don't have the enchant, but I think it's still better overall. And I will, I'll get the enchant on. That enchant's been free. A lot of enchanters seem to be giving it away. So let's go turn this in back in Orgrimmar, and I think we'll just take those pants like flat out. I think there's a better. So I think we'll just grab them. I don't think there's any reason to grab this. What are they? Sivanad robes. So these would be 18 spirit, 7 stamina, which are really nice compared to our chest piece, honestly. But we don't tend to heal a lot, and we always will. This is just across the board really useful. So 18 agility, 6 stamina, 3 strength. Yeah, we gain 7 agility, 60 health, 3 strength, and 19 armor. That's solid. We're gonna definitely grab that. So we'll swap those out. I need to hit up a vendor real quick, and we're gonna wrap up the episode here. Before I go, I need to thank all my Patreon supporters, especially Timothy B, Luke D, and Chris S, who are my top tier supporters. Let me see if I've got, what else am I vendoring off here? These are soulbound bracers, get rid of those. Those shoulders, no, are not better than mine for sure. So much stuff we just picked up, like so much stuff. That ring we won't use anymore. I think that's all the stuff I'm vendoring for now. I'll have to come back and kind of play with it. like kind of look through this a bit more, probably off camera. We're almost leveled up. We didn't quite get there, and I think, yeah, our next point's gonna, more weapon mastery. Storm Strike gives you an extra attack. In addition, the next 2 sources of nature damage other target are increased by 20%. How much will we use Storm Strike? Yeah. We didn't get the ring anyway, which is the big one. Yeah, we didn't do the Grime Encrusted Objects. I might just sell those. I don't know if I'm going to rerun Gnomeregan. Honestly, the big thing to do it is for that quest, for these quest rewards. Once you get that, it's fun, but I mean, it's not necessarily incredibly worth it.
Keep it real.
Yeah, pretty close to leveling, but not quite there. Where did those pants go? There they are. Shiprunner dungarees. These are really good. Most likely, we'll be holding on to these for a while. Usually, you hold on to those for quite a while.
Hey, how
Do I have
you
anything else I can
doing?
train here? I guess I do have a few things. Spyglass. Okay, cool.
Have a good one.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop the episode here, and I think I'm going to go organize my engineering supplies and maybe vendor some of these things, or vendor or list in the auction house, depending on what my auctioneer kind of recommends. And then I'm going to organize all my other engineering supplies, and I think next episode will start up by 4 intellect, 4 space, better? Yeah, no. I think next episode we'll start by kind of pulling together all of our engineering things and just do some engineering skill ups. I've been wanting to do that for a while. It seems like a reasonable time. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to make. I can't remember what's the thing that is... Got a few things here too. I can't remember what the thing is that you would mostly put together at this point. But let's go... Yeah, so I'll do the auction house and clear out my bags off camera, get everything together. Next episode we'll start up, and if I have enough stuff, we'll sit down and just skill up engineering. And what about... Do I have smelting to do? Probably some stuff I have to smelt too, but... Alright, well that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.